Bank of England tells people to accept being poor and stop asking for raises. Hugh Phil, who earns roughly £190,000 a year, said people should accept they're going to be worse off. What? Brits need to accept they're worse off and stop pushing wages and prices higher, says Bank of England chief economist. What? Rich just get richer while poor have to accept being poorer. Brian Reid on this week's slap in the face from the Bank of England's Hugh Phil. Hard to stomach when you consider the pay of FTSE 100 bosses surged 23% last year as ordinary folk flatlined. Are we just going to accept this? Are we really just going to accept this? It's things like this that caused the American Revolution. The US was founded because we chose not to accept things like this. Brits may be all the humbug and continue to let life happen to them, but Americans should not accept this and actively fight against this, as we are a country with a powerful influence, and other citizens of other countries will follow our lead. We are in the midst of the next American Revolution. That's the only thing we should be accepting right now. The responsibility of what it takes to protect our life, liberty, and rights to property, like our hard-earned money. And what about mainstream media lies and censorship? Are we just going to accept this? In one of my favorite videos I've ever made, you can check out by clicking on the link above, we discussed how mainstream media is actively lying about the fact that another Democrat is running for president. They are actively censoring information and actively painting people in bad light that do not conform to their agenda, which is to keep us all distracted, divided, poor, dumb, angry, scared, barely alive, and essentially profit centers for big corporations. ABC News cuts Robert F. Kennedy Jr. vaccine remarks out of the interview. An ABC News host admitted the network edited statements Robert F. Kennedy Jr. made about the COVID-19 vaccine out of an exclusive interview it conducted with the long-shot Democratic presidential candidate. And it doesn't matter what you think or feel about the vaccine, because if any news or information about the vaccine triggers you and causes you to think less of a fellow average American or get angry at a fellow average American, mainstream media's mission is accomplished. And it also doesn't matter what you think or feel about a Democrat versus a Republican, because 1, the US is a one-party system, the business party, and 2, if any news or information about Democrats versus Republicans triggers you and causes you to think less of a fellow average American or get angry at a fellow average American, mainstream media's mission is accomplished. And that mission is just one part of the global elite's main mission, which is basically to destroy the US banking system, to centralize it, enforce the use of a central bank digital currency for all legal transactions in the United States, to maintain what little control they have over us, and significantly amplify it. They are willing to destroy our country by keeping people poor and by killing people in order to maintain control. And their plan is already underway. Hello, I'm Crypto Casey, and welcome to another episode of Crypto This Week. Let's take a look at the global news stories and state of the current macro environment. Please be sure to check out our sponsors, Unstoppable Domains, Morales Money, and 1inch. Secure your very own unique, human-readable domain name for crypto wallets and more like Casey.wallet or Casey.bitcoin with Unstoppable Domains. Find undervalued altcoins before they pump using Morales Money, a tool that connects directly to several different blockchains like Ethereum, Arbitrum, Polygon, and more, that allows us to set up filters and alerts to create our own unique altcoin strategies before the next mind-blowing alt season, and use 1inch, a decentralized exchange that easily allows us to buy any and all altcoins that exist on multiple blockchains like Ethereum, Binance Chain, Arbitrum, Polygon, and more that are not listed and supported on centralized exchanges. So be sure to scroll down and use links below to access the correct and official sites, as well as redeem any special offers they have for us. Sweet. First Republic most likely headed for FDIC receivership, sources say. Shares drop 40%. If you've been watching the channel for some time now, we aren't surprised. Banks will continue to fail and consolidate, all according to plan. Elon Musk says the fate of the US dollar is sealed. If you weaponize currency enough times, other countries will stop using it. And in another headline this week, catastrophic collapse in American standard of living incoming as global de-dollarization takes hold. In a new market update, St. Onge says widespread de-dollarization is not a fear for the future. Instead, The Economist says a stunning collapse is already well underway, with the dollar's share of global reserves falling from 73% in 2001 to 47% in 2021. And if the trend is not reversed, St. Onge says a total collapse in the quality of life for average Americans will occur. If the US dollar does continue on this path, we will see soaring inflation, a catastrophic fall in American standard of living, and a US that falls off the world stage. Not by choice, but by necessity. All of it 100% our own making. What about this? Is this all going according to plan as well? Sure seems like it. As we discussed, Biden has nominated Jared Bernstein, the author of an opinion piece advocating to dethrone King Dollar as the global reserve currency, to be head of his Council of Economic Advisors. So what's next on their agenda? Taking complete control over the financial system by creating and enforcing a central bank digital currency, and by trying to destroy crypto. Check it out. Elizabeth Warren wants the police at your door in 2024. Senators Elizabeth Warren and Roger Marshall want to make your crypto wallet illegal, and their plan runs contrary to the principles they campaigned on. Warren and Marshall are planning to reignite that debate on Capitol Hill this summer and have enlisted law enforcement advocates to their cause. Prosecutors and federal agents doubtlessly support the bill, as they have every other bill that turns the one-way ratchet of financial surveillance. If they had their way, our personal bank account and credit card logins would rest on a central repository for the Department of Justice to access at will and without a warrant. Warren instigated the bill. The quiet part she is not saying out loud, and that Marshall doesn't seem to understand, is that this blunt application of rules for Western Union, when applied to entrepreneur computer coders, doesn't work. They can't comply, and she knows it. This bill is a Trojan horse designed to destroy the crypto markets under the false guise of a pro-national security bill. It's a smart strategy. Convince national security conservatives that this is an answer to a perceived problem, particularly members with little background knowledge of how crypto works, and then let crypto development die off. See, this is why we need to stop being mad at each other, fellow average Americans, over things the mainstream media specifically designed to make us mad at each other over, like Democrats versus Republicans, vaccines, pronouns, etc., and instead being mad at specific people in government, in big business, in agencies like the Federal Reserve, SEC, and similar, and target them by voting them out. It only takes 5 minutes to get politically active now to prepare for the most important election in modern history. And you can learn how to do so by clicking on the link above. Cool. Here's the deal. Crypto will prevail. In the end, we will win. There are two things we need to accept. We need to accept our duty as Americans in the midst of the next revolution, and we need to accept the fact that we will be victorious. I've discussed many reasons why in past videos, like this one you can check out by clicking on the link above, but the simple fact of the matter is that Bitcoin is inevitable. And the entity that is inspiring more people to learn about and adopt Bitcoin than content creators like myself is the government, by all the pain they are purposely inducing to try and complete their main mission of having complete control over our financial system, causing a natural, exponential paradigm shift into a new, equitable, inclusive, neutral, global financial system. They are simply too late, and they don't realize it because they cannot comprehend or fathom the rate at which global communication occurs now. However, we must keep in mind that they will continue to push their agenda and fight. But the most important thing we all need to understand is that they will not prevail. I'll tell you the tip-top main reason why crypto will prevail at the end of this video, so stick around to find out. I mean, we've already got people in office and seeking positions in office from both parties that are anti-CBDCs and pro-crypto, like Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Ron DeSantis, Tom Emmer, Kirsten Gillibrand, and more, like in this headline. U.S. Senator Ted Cruz warns a CBDC would be profoundly dangerous. Says idea is backed by people who hate Bitcoin. And we've also got Cynthia Lummis, an American attorney and senator from the state of Wyoming, recently called attention to the growing interest in Bitcoin among young Americans. In a recent tweet, Senator Lummis opined that this trend is because Bitcoin is sound money. In my estimation, the reason so many young Americans are into Bitcoin is because it is sound money. The federal government's blank check spending habit, coupled with the complete erosion of the gold standard and the development of the internet, led us here. Inevitable. Our victory is inevitable. And guess who knows it? Smart money. They see the writing on the wall. $1.4 trillion investment firm launches tokenized mutual fund on Polygon. Ethereum ecosystem continues to draw interest from institutional investors. Franklin Templeton bets big on Ethereum by putting fund on Polygon. The asset manager's crypto product, which tokenizes U.S. government securities, cash, and repurchase agreements, is now supported on Polygon. Also this week, PayPal subsidiary Venmo to introduce cryptocurrency transfers. Venmo previously introduced crypto trading services in April 2021. And finally, MasterCard launches crypto credential service for cross-border transfers. The set of verification standards uses technology from CipherTrace, the well-known blockchain analytics platform MasterCard agreed to acquire in late 2021. These are all classic cases of if you can't beat them, join them, and they're moving fast. See, financial companies that rely on profits make moves way faster than governments. These are canaries in the coal mine, and they are getting ready for the inevitable. This space is so new, the amount of money that will flood into this revolutionary financial asset class will absolutely melt faces. Our entire market cap is less than one individual company like Microsoft. The amount of money this space will command is absolutely unfathomable. All the politicians raging against it right now will change their tune, because they will not be able to resist the sheer amount of money that will be involved. So let's do our part. Get politically active, spread awareness, accept our duty as people in the midst of a revolution, and accept our inevitable victory. And also get ready for an inevitable face-melting altcoin season by subscribing to the channel and following our altcoin and DeFi beginner guides, like this one you can check out by clicking on the link above. One of the most important steps we can take as beginners to help protect us and our wallets when getting familiar with DeFi tools and transacting online is by downloading a free browser extension called Wallet Guard. This acts as a security companion to our crypto wallet of choice, so we can browse the internet and interact with Web3 more securely. I've been using it for a while now and it works great, popping up warnings, helping check everything out before transacting, so it's definitely worth checking out and giving it a go in this crazy environment. When interacting with smart contracts, like for minting NFTs, when accessing the site, Wallet Guard's phishing protection layer executes and warns you if the website might be harmful, if it was created recently and has a low trust score, and if you proceed to do so with caution. And if we do proceed, before attempting to verify a transaction with our wallet, a second layer of protection is executed with a clear, human-readable warning about what exactly will happen if you decide to proceed with the transaction, like if it's going to drain your whole wallet instead of actually mint an NFT. It can also detect and will notify you if the site is making multiple attempts to interact with your wallet, trying to hack and steal your funds. So Wallet Guard is basically an all-in-one security dashboard for Web3, so make sure to scroll down and use the link below to access the correct and official site to download Wallet Guard's free extension to protect your wallet and crypto assets today. Awesome. So if you would like to learn about the 4 phases all crypto investors will go through on their journey to crypto mastery, check out this video. If you would like to finally have that eureka moment about how cryptocurrency wallets, seed phrases, and private keys work, check out this video. And to download Wallet Guard's free browser extension, click on the link on the screen. Like and subscribe for more. Be safe out there.